Hey everyone, welcome to Plants and Politics. So, a journalist told everyone on Twitter that he was part of a grand mainstream media and FBI scheme to destroy Trump ballots. And right wingers bought it. They believed him, including Mike Flynn's brother. So, it's time for another episode of Get the Fuck Out.
Get the fuck out of here. No, I cannot. It's serious.
So, Intercept journalist John Schwartz started posting some jokes on Twitter. He started posting about how he helped to rig the election for Biden. And right-wingers not only believed him, but they actually started calling for his arrest and threatening his life. Again, this is just too good to be true. Here's the deal. Schwartz started posting hysterical things that no one with two brain cells would believe. Things like, quote, "My guess is that at least 75% of mainstream media, including me, has a side job destroying Trump ballots." And he also said, quote, "Destroying Trump ballots is completely legal under U.S., international, and space law." And when a fan of his, someone who actually knew he was joking, asked him if the Supreme Court has ruled yet on destroying other Republican ballots, Schwartz replied, quote, "The key ruling here is actually from the International Criminal Court at The Hague, which declared, quote, if it feels good, do it." So you would think that they would know this was satire, but they didn't. This is the post that got retweeted by Mike Flynn's brother, Joseph. Schwartz wrote, quote, "I'm still proud of all the work that myself and all my mainstream media friends did destroying Trump ballots, and also amazed that only a few sharp-eyed, intrepid investigators, such as Natalie, have figured it out." So the Natalie to whom he's referring is a student from the University of Chicago, and she's apparently been tweeting about John Schwartz for quite some time. And on July 15th, Natalie, who, from the looks of it, may not be ready for college, I'm just saying, she tweeted about Schwartz again, and she said, quote, "Arrest this guy." Schwartz then quote tweeted Natalie, which if you're not familiar with Twitter and you guys have never been on there, it just means that basically you share that person's tweet and then you post something of your own, a statement of your own to go along with it. So Schwartz quote tweeted Natalie's call for his arrest and said, quote, "Arrest me for what? It's totally legal for the media to destroy Trump ballots." So, still not understanding sarcasm and comedy, which actually that might explain Greg Gutfeld's ridiculous show and how bad that sucks. But right-wing Twitter just went nuts, and they continued attacking Schwartz. So Schwartz said he started this as a joke, but then he said that basically he wanted to see, it seems like, how far he could push it. He wanted to post things that were so blatantly outrageous and hysterical that they would finally understand that he was making it all up. Little did he know, these people only believe the unbelievable and outrageous. Right? I mean, the more implausible something is, the more batshit crazy something is, the more these Q-loons just lap it up with a serving spoon. So Schwartz kept trying. He kept pushing it further and further. One Twitter user named Baldhead Man demanded to see the law that gave Schwartz the authority to do this. So he said, quote, "Show me the law," all in caps, "federal law," all in caps, "that clearly states the media have the ability to destroy ballots at their convenience." So, in response to these outraged lunatics, Schwartz would tweet things like, destroying Trump ballots had been written into the Constitution by the founding fathers, and that, more people would know this if they hadn't stopped teaching civics in public school. So, I mean, just lunacy, and they're literally believing it. So still too dense. They're like just absolutely not picking up on the humor. And one irate right-winger tagged the FBI so that they would investigate. Actually, it was multiple if you look through the whole list, but one of them tagged the FBI, and after they did that, Schwartz then roped the FBI into the troll. He actually tweeted that the FBI was responsible for hatching this whole so-called Trump ballot scheme, and that they were the ones that started it to begin with. And he even said that if you look closely at their badges, you'll see that it says "Destroy Trump ballots" in Latin. So they still weren't getting it. They still were buying into this as fact and reality. Twitter user Baby Babii, I don't know, baby, and then the second word is Babii, replied to Schwartz's tweet with, quote, "So you're implicating the FBI in voter interference? Do tell. Details, please. Go ahead and drop names too." And another Twitter user decided that they wanted in on this fun. So someone named Rebel Scum and Snark Jedi responded to Baby Babii saying, "John, George, Paul, and Ringo, that's the, that last one is the ringleader. That's why we call him that." And then in response to another Schwartz tweet, user John Caruso said, "John, please show some caution and don't reveal to your many Trump-loving followers that you and the rest of mainstream media had the word gullible removed from the dictionary." But still, these mental giants just didn't get it. So Schwartz went on to then blame a higher power. He, blamed the FBI. Then he goes and he says, no, it's actually even a higher power. He tweeted out that the 10 Commandments demands that we shred Trump ballots. And he said, quote, "I am merely following Acts 5:29, which the King James Version of the Bible reads, 'Then Peter and the other apostles answered and said, we ought to obey God when he tells us to destroy Trump ballots.'" Then a brilliant woman named Nicole responded to Schwartz and she said, quote, "It's called election tampering." All in caps. "Moron!" exclamation point. "Destroying ballots is illegal, and if nothing else, karma," all in caps, "will catch you!" exclamation point, exclamation point. So, oh dear, Nicole, I really don't think that you should be calling anyone else a moron. But she wasn't the only one. There was another user that went by the name of Deb Golf, and she insulted Schwartz as well. She said, quote, "Cheating is not in the Constitution, you moron." She went on to say, "You might have authorities knock on your door, both of you. Destroying ballots is a felony." Oh my gosh, these people. I just wonder when they're starting their stand-up tour. So she also tagged someone in that tweet with the handle of Facebook Uncle, and then also the DOJ. So, I have to wonder if Facebook Uncle works for the Department of Justice, or if Facebook Uncle is just somebody who's going to do something about this. I don't know. But Schwartz took these warnings and these insults, and he was just like, okay, let's keep playing. So he quote tweeted Knucklehead Nicole first, and he said, quote, "I wish people would take the time to learn about karma. It is a Buddhist concept in which you are reborn into a better life if you destroy tons of Trump ballots." And then he also quote tweeted Dense Deb And he said, quote, "Of course it's in the Constitution. It makes me worry about this country's future when people don't learn the basics in school." Now, this is one of my favorites because this idiot's Twitter handle is just so ironic. So this guy's Twitter handle is Roland007. So he fancies himself a super spy. So this highly intelligent super spy tagged the FBI and DOJ and said, quote, "He openly admits to destroying ballots and should be arrested for interfering in an election." Then another person by the name of Oris Hickok tweeted, quote, "I mean, really? Why are these guys not locked up? Jan 6 wasn't the problem." So Schwartz quote tweeted that guy and said, quote, "I don't know how many times I can say that destroying Trump ballots is 100% legal and in fact encouraged by the Red Cross and the Humane Society." So that prompted a response by someone named Bo Saunders, who said, quote, "Seriously, the Red Cross and the Humane Society, who give a flip about what those money launderers encourage? They are not," all caps, "the law in America," all caps. "They are bought and paid for. These are two of the most corrupt charities to operate within our borders." I don't know. I would think that the Trump Foundation maybe took the cake. But anyway, again, Schwartz quote tweeted that one, and he took it even a step further. He said, quote, "If you don't care about the Humane Society and the Red Cross encouraging the destruction of Trump ballots, keep in mind that it's also endorsed by the American Academy of Otolaryngology Head and Neck Surgery." Then Schwartz also started tagging random companies like Nutella and Walgreens and celebrities like Oprah, because people like Deb Golf tagged the FBI and the DOJ and said, "Do your job." But when Joseph Flynn, Mike Flynn's brother, started sharing Schwartz's unbeknownst satire with his 400,000, or to his 400,000 brain dead followers, that's when Schwartz started getting death threats. So it got kind of real. But a user by the name of you know who, do we? I don't think we do. But that person tweeted, quote, "Where do you live? Would love to meet you in an elevator sometime." I mean, I don't know. That could be taken multiple ways. He might be propositioning him, but Schwartz apparently took it as a threat. He did quote tweet this keyboard warrior who, like so many of these people, don't have a real Facebook or don't have a real profile picture. They have no real name, but, they're real tough online. So Schwartz said in the retweet, it said, quote, "It would be great to meet in an elevator. That's actually one of the best places to destroy Trump ballots. I can show you how to do it, and you can tell me about how your grandchildren never like your posts on Facebook." And then another dropped on his head at birth election denier named Frank Castle Rock told Schwartz, quote, "And you are a total POS, piece of shit. There will be no mercy," all in caps. Exclamation point, exclamation point. "Keep running, keep hiding, and definitely keep tweeting," exclamation point, exclamation point. No commas in there anywhere. So Schwartz made this guy part of this secret ballot destroying plot. He did this with quite a few people who would actually pretend that they were friends or they were somehow involved. So he quote tweeted this head dropped Frank guy and claimed that the 2 dot ellipses, because he kept putting ... he'd write a sentence, put ... He said that that was code for "I love destroying Trump ballots," and that his buddy Frank sent him this tweet as an inside joke. And by the way, Mike Flynn's brother eventually deleted his tweet. So somewhere along the line, he actually got a clue and realized, oh, I was an idiot. This was a joke. Probably after Schwartz quote tweeted him and said, quote, "This is Michael Flynn's brother. Now I regret everything. I should have known better than to believe I could outwit the super genius intelligence analysts of the Flynn family." But it goes on, and stay tuned because I saved the best for last. So someone using the Twitter handle Napoleana, another, keyboard warrior afraid to use a real name or picture. This person reminded Schwartz that his actions are criminal. They said, quote, "You can burn your ballot, but destroying other people's ballots, no matter who they voted for, is a federal crime. You are so dumb for admitting this here." Oh my God. Oh my God. The fact that these people have the ovaries to call anyone dumb or a moron is just too good. Oh, wow. So Schwartz kept it going. He quote tweeted these satire challenge people like Napoleana, and then he put her on notice that her bank account was now going to be accessed. So he said to Napoleana, quote, "Legal notice. By responding to my tweet, you have been auto-enrolled via blockchain technology in a program that deducts $100 a day from your bank accounts to fund the destruction of Trump ballots." And then in parentheses, it said, "Do not reply to avoid being enrolled again." And when people question why he's admitting his supposed crimes out in the open and online, Schwartz said, quote, "Why would we hide destroying Trump ballots when it's totally legal and actually endorsed by the Pope?" And then one Twitter user named Cat Turd's Friend, this person tagged the FBI, Tucker Carlson, and the FBI in the Philippines for some unknown reason. And they asked all of these people, quote, "Why is this guy not arrested?" So Schwartz brilliantly quote tweeted, and he said, "Isn't the answer obvious? Tucker Carlson, the FBI, and the Department of Justice in the Philippines are all part of it." Even an anesthesiologist fell for all of this. Oh my God. I mean, this guy went to medical school. That is scary. At least this person claims to be an anesthesiologist. So someone with a Twitter handle of Fred1982 tagged the FBI and said, "Maybe when you're done locking up grandma for J6, you can investigate this guy for election fraud. We must clean house at the FBI and DOJ and get some honest people to work there." But this was by far my favorite exchange. Like I said, I saved the best for last. A woman named Kathy Schwinghammer, and I'm not making that up, that's at least what it says on Twitter. Her last name is Schwinghammer. She said, get ready for it, sit down, quote, "Wow, you are either brainwashed or incredibly naive and easily led. Seriously, what is your IQ? Do you even have an IQ?" I told you it was the best. So Schwartz quote tweeted her and said, quote, "I admit that we should all be concerned about being brainwashed or incredibly naive and easily led." So there were many, many more of you guys get the picture. This went on for weeks. He kept these people going. He just trolled these people with just expert precision. And some of them, it seems like, were smart enough to figure it out after the fact because they deleted their tweets. either that, or they like showed it to someone smarter than them and said, oh my God, I mean, can you just see it? Like, oh my God, can you believe this? Look at this guy is admitting it. This is a reporter for The Intercept, and he's admitting in real time and out online that he destroyed ballots. And someone looked at them and went, are you seriously that freaking stupid? Like, you just know it happened. It had to have happened more than once. So, but others, sadly, I think they still think they're onto something. Like, they still think, I'm going to take this person down, because they've still not deleted their shame. Like, they're still not embarrassed enough to delete their tweets. They're probably writing to the UN. They're probably writing to Donald Trump and Rudy Giuliani, like right now, going, I have the proof. I have the proof. It wasn't Italians and space lasers and whatever the hell else, stupid, ridiculous conspiracy theories. They're probably like, I've got it. I've got the proof. So Schwartz has said that he plans to delete this tweet thread in the near future because he does fear violence, but I think it's a huge mistake. I think that these loons will take that as a sign that he was serious, that this is absolutely true, and that he has something to hide. And now, because the FBI is investigating his crimes, that, now he's deleting all these tweets, he's deleting the evidence. So I think that's a huge mistake. And it's going to be like, and he admitted this, it's out there already. People have already seen this. There's probably screenshots that have been taken. People probably have forwarded screenshots of this to the FBI thinking that they've cracked the case. So it just goes to show you what I said is so true. You literally could sell these people a bag of dog feces and totally convince them that it is chocolate swirl ice cream. 100% they would buy it, depending on where they heard it, who it came from, where it was written. I mean, oh my God. Oh, it's sad. It's sad. It's scary. It really is. It almost hurts how stupid some of these people are. As if anyone, by some miracle, someone did actually destroy Trump ballots, they would go online and just tell the whole world. Oh, God. Gotta love them. They give us a good laugh. Yeah, laughter is the best medicine. They're keeping us all healthy. All right, guys, have a great weekend. Thanks so much for watching and listening. Please become a friend or a supporter of the show down below in the description box. Take care, and I will talk with you soon.